may I take the pleasure of introducing Dr. Indumati to you all and commence with this webinar for today. Dr. Indumati, who is the director of Indu's Academy of Biology and Medicine, is a former assistant professor at Department of Stem Cells and Regenerative Medicine, Center for Interdisciplinary Research at Dr. D.Y. Patil Education Society, Kolhapur. She completed her PhD in stem cell biology from University of Madras, Chennai, and was a research associate at National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. Dr. Indumati has published 34 research articles in peer-reviewed journals. She has also authored 4 books and 8 book chapters. In addition, she has won Young Scientist Award and has 11 years of teaching experience. Dr. Indumati also works as a content writer and freelancer. And with this, the mic is over to you, Dr. Indumati, to commence on with this webinar.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Good morning to all. Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction, Dr. Nidhi. Before I start with this webinar, at the outset, I would like to thank FABA organizers and thank every one of you of FABA who've been so cooperative and so supportive and coming up with a great webinar, which is very useful for the students. So that's something really nice and wonderful to hear. Hearty congratulations and very warm welcome to all participants who are here to get into your future career prospects of biology wherever you are in. The most important thing over here before I start this particular webinar, once again I thank every one of you. I thank all team of FABA members for organizing this particular webinar on career prospects of students of biology and what IABM holds. So to begin with, let's just give me a minute to see if the whole board is actually seen, because this is what is the entire scenario of what we are into. Very good morning to all of you, or good afternoon to all participants. Good morning to all participants. Can you just see if my voice is audible? Can you just leave a comment in the chat box if my voice is audible, and if you're able to look into the board, can you just read through it? Please do give a comment in the chat box. Yes, thank you so much. Is my voice audible and is the board visible? Yes, because this is all going to be there. Okay, thank you, Dr. Sharma sir. Thank you so much. And once again, a warm welcome to all of you. And I'm equally excited to start this webinar because it's all about careers of biology. So let me just check the whole board is visible, right? Okay. So warm welcome once again. The first thing I would like to ask you all before we start this particular webinar is, we are today here for next 1 hour to talk about careers in biology or career prospects for the students of biology. So I just would like to ask a question. What do you mean by career? In your definition, what do you all think it's a career? I wanted to make this session a very interactive live session. I want all of you to participate. I can see the chat box right in front. That is the reason there's no PowerPoint based lectures. And we are going to, get that throughout the journey. We're going to make it as a story, make it as a movie, and make it lively and interactive. So I request all the participants to be active and kindly respond so that I can look into the chat box. What do you think is a career thing? I just wanted to ask every one of you, in your definition, what is a career? What is a career in your definition? Yeah, please. Kindly leave your comments in the chat box. What is a career? What do you think is a career? Is career okay, let me give you some clues to think about it. Do you think career is a profession? It is just a mere profession, or it's something to do with a job? Professional growth on your chosen field. Okay, we have a participant from Philippines. Thank you so much for that. So the answer is professional growth on a particular field. Okay, can I expect any other answer about career? What do you think it's a career is? So career is what we build to improve ourselves. It's a dream, life of future. It's a dream which we want to achieve. It's a life in future. Okay, great. Career is our final goal. Okay. Infinite learning. I like this reply. Infinite learning. Yes, because learning never stops. We are born to live, learn to live and live to learn. It's my very, very famous dialogue which I tell myself, because we never end learning. Learn to live and live to learn. And in every stages of our life, we all would have learned about what way we want to live. Yes, true. We would have all learned about 7 stages of life, or we would have read 7 stages of life, Shakespeare's 7 stages of life. So when we look into Shakespeare's 7 stages of life, you can very well understand what exactly Shakespeare says is like throughout opportunity for progress. Career is our occupation or profession which we choose. Yes. So throughout the 7 stages of life, from life to death, every one of us have some or the other way, we keep changing our career, we keep changing our thought, because we need to choose the right decision. For example, we are into schooling, and at 10th standard, the first decision, big decision making that comes into our mind when we are into our 10th standard is what group should we choose, because till your 10th standard, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, English, everything is the same. And before I progress, thank you so much for your answers. And it's all true. The definition of career is what you do for a living and how you advance through a profession to build your opportunity. I would definitely talk about opportunity here when we talk about SWOT analysis. This is what we're going to discuss in today's webinar. So career is important to everyone. It is all the perception of how we look into the career matters a lot, right? So how are we going to look into the career? Are we looking into the career just a job? Are we looking into the career it's just a profession? Are we looking into the career as a earning? Are we looking into the career as a learning? So what we look the career as, that is the first step that we decide where we want it to go. So that is the reason I asked all of you what is career. Now when it specifically comes to careers in biology, it's very important that you need to have dedication, you need to have interest in biology, right? Why do we have dedication? Why do we have interest? Because biology is something interesting. Biology is a field which we are living, we are talking about the living being. It's like every one of us are talking about living things on earth. We are talking about you, we are talking about me, we are talking about every single creature that is born on earth, starting from the minute mycoplasma, bacteria, till the huge creations of whatever on earth. That is why biology is interesting, right? And biology will be very interesting. So before we actually start into the actual career prospects, all these what you look here, starting from after your 12th standard, this is where the problem comes, because every one of us know that we are till after 10th standard we would be choosing our group, and once you have chosen biology as a career in your 12th standard, the biggest issue what people make over here is they feel MBBS is the only career, which is wrong. MBBS, you can see the board, MBBS plays a very small part of it. You can see a huge world of careers in biology apart from MBBS. This is what the first thing that you need to understand is, if you're not getting into an MBBS, world is not lost. Okay. And very important thing, first thing I would like to highlight over here is A to Z mantra. I would like to highlight over here the A to Z mantra of life, A to Z mantra of career. So what is A to Z mantra? Whatever career we choose, whether you are into right now into your MBBS or into your BDS or into your BMS, BHMS, BPT, or into any streams of BSc, MSc, or you're a PhD student. What is more important is what we hold in that particular career. So A to Z of mantra, which I developed on my own, and I would like to highlight about it. A, attitude. You should always have a good attitude to achieve what is our vision and what is our goal in career. So attitude plays a very important role. B, we'll have to do our best. Whatever career, whatever field you have chosen, do not repent to it. I'm into Diva Patel Education Society since 6 years, and it is associated with the Diva Patel Medical College. And I've been looking into the students, they get into MBBS with a very big enthusiastic, part. But 1 year, 2 year, off late, they feel it's very difficult. They're not able to cope up with MBBS portions. They're not able to study all the portions of MBBS, and they collapse. And finally, they come out with a degree of MBBS with either 50% of interest or losing the interest, trying to change their field. That is what is happening in every field. When you look into a PhD student, once they complete their MSc and they get into their PhD, the first thing they feel is like, I'm not going to be in research, I'm fed up. I've lost all my interest. Day and night I've been working onto this and with no profit, no benefit. This. So what actually holds you on into your career is your interest. The same interest which we have in the initial phase of entry point of your career is the same interest that one should have till the end. Only then we would be able to achieve our vision, our mission, and our goals on a right track. If we lose interest in any point of time, why do we lose interest? That we will discuss further. We lose interest in our career because we come across a lot of obstacles, we come across a lot of pressure, we come across a lot of challenges, and we are not able to face those challenges. So we will discuss about it. Why are we losing track of getting into the field of career in biology, and why people lose interest into the careers of fields of biology. So attitude, doing your best, and third thing which I would like to highlight is challenge. I have prepared a note to show you all regarding the challenge. Is that what is the most important thing about challenge? What happens is, if we do not face the challenge, it's like you are decided in the place where you stand, not because of your comfort or convenience zone. A person is decided only with the challenges and chaos, how he faces this particular controversies. So the challenges and controversies are the one which it takes you to the heights. As you all know, failures are the stepping stone for success. This is a very common saying. Of course, we don't face failures, we don't face challenges, then we cannot succeed. Because every obstacle that we come across in life are going to take us a step forward. And it is going to give us a new opportunity to come out in life. So challenges are always very important. We need to always be ready to face challenges. You are not decided by your comfort. You are not decided by your convenience. But you, the person as such, whom you are, is decided by your challenges and the controversies that you live around. So these challenges and controversies are the one which takes you. So attitude is very important. Keep a good attitude. Do your best and try to face the challenge. This is very important. And coming to D, dedication. Be sincere. You'll have to be dedicated. You'll have to be so dedicated that you have to stick to your goals. You have to stick to your vision. This is my goal. This is my next 5-year target. This is my next 10-year target. And where do you want to see yourself in the field of biology from now for the next 5 years? Write in a paper, keep it aside, keep reviewing as and when you go. You could be any of this particular phase, whatever be it. There's no harm in doing it right now, whether you are an MBBS student, BDS student, BMS, BHMS, BSc, MSc, PhD student, or even you are a faculty member of any field. There's no harm in doing this. Where do you look yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you look yourself in the next 10 years? How are you going to be in next 10 years? So once we have that vision and mission, and once you be dedicated, write it in a paper, review it every month, review it every 6 months, review it every year, but do not change, because that goal and vision to be the same. Try to change the ways of achieving, try to create more opportunities, try to change the ways of achieving that particular goal. But do not change your goal, do not change your vision, stick to it. And definitely at the end of 5th year or 10th year, whatever you wish you have written, you would write over there. After opening your page, after 10 years, you will feel, yes, I have achieved what I am. So that is very important, for which you need to be really dedicated. So dedication is something very, very important. Devotion, be devoted, be dedicated. Attitude, do your best. Challenges are very important because that is going to take you to the great heights. And be dedicated, be devoted. E, energy. Imagine if you don't have any energy, you're totally lost. Do you really think you would be able to succeed? And answer is no. So the positive energy is very important. You will have to keep up the spirit. You will have to boost yourself. JC, in our body, ATP plays a very important role. We all are biology students. We all know about what is ATP, how it is produced, what is glycolysis, what is Krebs cycle, what is electron transport system, and how the mitochondria produces ATP. That is not only for our cells, the same ATP we should have within our mind as well. How much of our energy and how much of our positive vibrations and spirits that we get into our mind, that is what is going to take us to the great heights. So have full energy to work. And most important is F, faith. Do not lose your faith. I've written I guess I have it over here. Yes. Faith is the light that faith is the light that guides you through darkness. Faith is the light that guides you through darkness. This is very, very important because once we do not have any faith within us, we lost all the faith within us. Even you have a big opportunity. Please, underline this in inverted quotes bold. If you do not have any faith, even if you have a big opportunity in front of you, we will not be able to get into that particular right opportunity because we don't have faith in us. So self-confidence, keeping up the faith is very, very important. Another very important, after F, it's G and H, right? We are talking about A to Z mantra, goodness and hope. This is what I've written over here, goodness and hope. It's very important. Goodness, feel good in everything. Have a positive attitude, feel good in everything. Positive attitude is very important. That is what we're talking about. A. Try to feel good in everything. Even if you lose something, try to dig out something good out of it. If you fail in something, in a competition, you fail. Try to think it's an experience that you have. You've got a good experience. Try to think it's a good experience. So, positive thinking is always very important. So try to judge goodness in every bad thing that is happening in your life. So feel the goodness. And H, hope. Try to have, we all know what are vitamins. We all are biology students. Water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, and water soluble vitamins B and C, right? But there's some very important vitamin which we need to take within us. And that is vitamin H. Vitamin H, hope. This is very important. Vitamin H or hope, if you never give up. This is what I've written over here. We build the change and be the change. Please build the change and you be the change. You will have to get change within yourself. Do not wait for something. Nobody is going to give you change in your life. Let me show you a very important note for it. Your life is the reflection of your choice. Your life is the reflection of your choice and you can't change the past ever. Build the change, be the change, because change is the only constant thing that we have on earth. Every time things keep changing. So change is the only constant thing that we have on earth. So be the change, build the change, and try to prosper in your career. Yes, so we have seen till H. Now we are coming into A to Z of life, A to Z of career mantra, I. Ignite your brain. Best attitude, do your best, face the challenge, be dedicated and devotional, have full of energy, keep up your faith, see goodness in everything, and do not lose your hope. And finally, ignite your brains. Ignite your brains to achieve your target. We were just discussing about your vision and mission in life, right? So careers in biology is like not, why am I specifically talking about this point when it comes to careers in biology? Because you can look into this. When you're talking about a BSc student, there's a long way to go. A BSc student has to complete her MSc, or after MSc, either you'll have to choose your life. Either you'll have to get into a job, or are you interested in research? Are you getting into PhD? Are you interested in doing research? Or do you want to get into a research field? Do you want to become a researcher? Do you want to become a scientist? Do you want to get into government jobs? Like get into CSIR, ICMR, DBT laboratories, or where do you want to go? So you 5 years and 10 years goal which you write it down, or you don't want to get into any PhD, just directly get into your MSc, and once you do your MSc course, you're done. I'll be into a college where I can be a lecturer, I can be an assistant professor, and then I can do a learn and earn method. I be a lecturer, I be an assistant professor, then I do my PhD as a part-time. So it's like huge thing. Decision making is very important when it comes to careers in biology, which we will talk about. And J, you'll have to do justice to your career. What do you mean by justice when I talk about career prospects in biology? What do you mean by justice? Be true to yourself. Like if you're into MSc and you have decided to do your PhD, and once you've registered for the PhD, I also have my own PhD students, and I've seen a lot of PhD students. I've also completed PhD. First year of the PhD, students are very enthusiastic. They work like anything. Of late, slowly, ambience, your environment changes, situation changes, family binding, yes, and your financial status. So there are a lot many other things, health status, personal status, lot many other things which could be a obstacle for that particular person to complete the PhD, get a degree, get into job, reach the goal. So of late, 50% of the students, 50% of the students would either delay their PhD into 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, or take a break and they'll continue with it. Or they would struggle and finally achieve the success. But there are some students, despite struggles, despite obstacles, they would face it as a challenge. They would not be impatient. What all they would hold is hope, faith, patience, and they would try to achieve, come out. And that is where you need the help of a good mentor. You need a help of a good institute. You need a help of a good mentor. You need a help of a good background, place where people can support you to come out of it and help achieve the challenge and come out in colorful life. So this is why I've been talking about A to Z of life. If you also can correlate this A to Z mantra into your career, definitely we would find some positivity within us. So please do justice to what you are, because doing justice to our job is very important. And K stands for knowledge. We all know that knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power, and we need to keep having knowledge. Without knowledge, we cannot achieve anything in any field, and so is why in careers in biology, because learning biology, excelling in biology is something very difficult task. So knowledge is very important. And L, learning. Just now we spoke in the initial phase of class about learning. Initial phase of webinar, we've been talking about learning. Learning plays a very, very important role. Yes, and I also said learn to live and live to learn. Learning never ends. We keep learning every minute, every second, every day, and we keep learning till we die, right? So L stands for learning, which is very important. Keep learning. Okay, so when it comes to biology, how do we keep learning? Start getting into newsletters, learn new progresses. Now we are into middle of unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. So being a biology student, all these are, forget about this. Whether you're into any stream, but being a biology, all the common to this is biology, right? So being a biology student, it is very important for you all to know about COVID-19, to know about the progress of COVID-19. Yes. So can I receive the reply in chat box that are you all, being a biology person, either you are into any streams of biology, but being into the field of biology, are you all into the updates of COVID-19? Do you know, are you following every progress of COVID-19? Because why? I'll tell you two reasons. One is, yes, thank you so much. One is for knowledge. You are a biology student, and every mechanism about SARS-CoV, how is it affecting? What is the pathophysiology of SARS-CoV? How is it entering into the body? What are the different clinical trials? What are the different drugs that has come across? What are the different vaccines? Whichever country who is trying to like produce vaccines? What is the update about the release of vaccines? When is it going to come into the market? And so on and so forth. All about COVID-19 is very important. As a general public, yes, thank you so much. Thanks for your reply. As a general public, people would be interested about number of cases of COVID-19. But as a biologist, we should be interested about its mechanism, its progress. That's for first reason. But second reason, job. How many of you agree with me that life sciences, pharmaceutical industries, life sciences and research laboratories are the only thing which are still progressing, which are still working, and where still people are getting into opportunities to work in laboratories, and there is no recession in the field of biology or life science? Do you all agree with me? Do you all agree with me? 100%. Yes, because you can see it live. Everyone are seeing COVID-19 as a negative thing, but COVID-19 is not negative. For us as a biologist, as a life science students, or in the field of biology, COVID-19 has given us wide opportunity. For example, PCR. I hope you all know about polymerase chain reaction. PCR is a very important technique which is being used to test your COVID-19. Yes, the COVID-19 positive antibodies. How many of my own students have got into the jobs of working in a PCR laboratory, research laboratory? They have joined into the jobs of vaccine development programs. They have joined into the jobs of testing COVID-19 drugs. They have joined into the jobs of clinical trials of vaccine development. So this is something very important to understand, that any stages of life, something very important is opportunity. So everyone are into COVID-19 pandemic, but what did we do? As a biologist or as a life science people, what did we do? We started converting the challenges into opportunities. Students of MSc, students of PhD, students, pharmaceutical people say like, "Maine B Pharm karu, I'll do B Pharm, I'll do M Pharm." Then what is it? There's no progress. So that's what people look into. No, see now pharmaceutical companies are coming out with huge opportunities. Clinical trials, clinical research, clinical trial officer, clinical research coordinators plays a very important role, right? So it's very important to understand that during challenges such unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic time, life science students, biology students, researchers have a wonderful opportunity to get into various fields of academics, pharmaceutical industries, other biotech industries, development of vaccines, clinical trial, drug development programs, and so on and so forth. And not only this, you can also work into technical part, like working into a laboratory where you have a flow cytometry, where you have a PCR, where you have Western blot techniques. So if you are able to have a specific focus or specific skill into any specific technique, you can get easily your job. You apply and you say, I am well versed in PCR, polymerase chain reaction. I can even handle alone hundreds of reactions of PCR, hundreds of samples per day. Who will stop you from giving a job? You will have to stand apart from others, because everyone are into degree. All these things, the degree plays nothing in your career, because it's all courses. We'll have to first understand the differences between courses in biology and careers in biology. What I have written is all courses, and what I'm speaking is all about career. So once this course is going to be a base, the courses are just a base. These courses are acting as a base, acting as a foundation to build your career. So when you wanted a career in biology, you need to have some background thing. So samjho, every one of us, like there's one interview conducted, and in the interview, people like, about 50 participants have come, and there's only one position vacant. So I would like to give a pause and ask you all, if you need to be selected, 50 contestants are there, and they are competing for just one position. Everyone knows that only one will be selected and 49 will be out of this particular interview. Say it is a pharmaceutical industry or it's a biotech company. And all the contestants who are into the interview or applying or attending the interview, you all have MSc degree. Yes, you all have applied. All of you are distinction. All have MSc degree. Yes, and all have a good CV. Now, what do you think? You should have something different apart from others. What do you think that you should have something different apart from others for you to be selected in that panel? 50 contestants and only one position. So what do you think? Skills, right? Which skills? Communication skill, okay. Confidence, being practical, okay. Practical skills. Anything else? What are the skills? Okay, when you talk communication skill is so important for every field, whether you are a career in any field. Different ideology, yes. Basic knowledge, yes. Teamwork, yes. Basic knowledge. If you are a skillful person, PCR top to bottom. You have, been working in PCR all. And when they just ask you a question, okay, you know the technique, you can handle sample. But can you say something about applications of PCR? And you say, no, I've just got the sample, I've just run the PCR, I've got the CT values, I've analyzed, I've given the report. I don't know anything about PCR. You'll be out. So, it's not about how much experience you have on that particular technique. It is equally important. What is the basic knowledge that you have about it? And that basic knowledge will not come. That basic knowledge will not come only by this degree. That basic knowledge will not come by acquiring only different degrees. That particular basic knowledge would come with interest. That particular basic knowledge would be developed with passion, right? So that is very, very important. Yes, so we need to keep having a good knowledge. We need to keep learning every day to update ourselves, right? Okay, now I would like to show you something before we continue with M. A good reader A good reader is a good learner. A good learner is a good thinker. A good thinker is a good writer. And when you start writing things, when you start learning completely, that is going to give you, a good knowledge. And a sound mind will give you sound body. And sound mind and sound body is going to give you success in any fields where you are. So that is the reason, keep reading. A good reader is a good learner. Good learner is a good thinker. Good thinker would become a good writer. So you would start, analyzing yourselves and start excelling. Take notes. Keep writing. Take notes. You start preparing your own notes. Anything that you read in biology, that is very important. If you do not do that, then you will not excel, because reading pages and pages of hearts together is of no use. So writing skill is equally important in biology, because writing skill is to understand. And once you write, and if you wanted to be recognized in the society, then you'll have to have publications. If you are a researcher, or if you work for any pharmaceutical company, unless and until the product is developed and it is into the market, the company would not get into it. If you are a researcher and you don't have any publications, then you have no value. So it is very important to understand writing skill. We need to improve scientific writing. Improving scientific writing is equally important in career. So we have discussed till L, A to L, now M. We are into A to Z still. M stands for motivation. Self-motivate yourself. Keep yourself motivated all the time. Because it is very important. Why we need to keep motivated all the time? It is very important your life has the meaning to last breath. Nobody can understand when your life is going to change, when your career will prosper, when you will get into job, when you will get into your goals. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait for the opportunities. You'll have to be the change. You'll have to search opportunities. Life has meaning to last breath. Possibilities of realizing its value exist till last moment. So it is very, very important. We need to realize the values of life. We need to search opportunities. We need to get into the careers of various opportunities and apply. Keep trying, keep trying. Do not wait, because he who has a why to live, he who has, there's no power, but still I'm visible, I guess. He who has a why to live can bear any how in life. So if you have a purpose of life, if you have a why to live, he who has a why to live. Visible. Thank you so much. And I think I'm audible. It's like 2-3 minutes I would get the power. He who has the line why to live will be able to bear any how in life. Thank you. Yes. So what is your purpose of life? What is your career? Whatever I'm talking here about the purpose, whatever I'm talking here about anything, that is all correlated to the careers in biology. Now what? You all tell me, what is your purpose of life? What do you wanted to achieve? When you wanted to make a career in biology, you should have a why to live. For example, say one student says that he wanted to become a scientist. That is his purpose of life. Why? His why to live is, I wanted to become a scientist. Yes. So if you wanted to become a scientist, that is your why to live. Okay. So you will be very focused in your goal, and you can bear any how that come into life. What do you mean by any how? Any challenges that you come across. For example, family commitments, financial problems, or institute not supporting you. You don't have sufficient time, or you just wanted to learn and earn. You're lacking some skills. You're lacking some development things. Anything it could be, or you're lacking your own confidence. Any obstacle it could be. You will have the courage to face it and achieve. And at the end of the day, when you achieve, when you get your degree, PhD, and you get into any laboratories, we all know once we complete our PhD, we will have wide opportunities. And when voice is not audible, okay. So I'll be a little louder. When we complete our PhD and we get into the position of what we are into, when you sit into the, for example, ICMR scientist, you enter into the ICMR scientist as scientist B, you have a big relief. Because once you get into the scientist B position, yes, once you get into the scientist B position, after scientist B, we all know that if you're going to do good performances, every 5 years you will be into scientist C, and then promoted into scientist D, promoted into scientist E, F, and G, which is ultimate. So what you need to do is to have patience. Work for it throughout the life. So this is very important to understand, right? So that is why I always say to motivate yourself in every stage. If you have a problem, do not lose your hope. So motivate yourself is very, very important. Okay. Now we will get into N. N stands for nurture. Nurture goodness in everything. It's very important. And O, you all know what is O. That's what we've been talking about. Opportunity. Opportunity knocks once the door. That is actually the saying, but no. Opportunities comes every point of time. It is not the opportunity which is not into our field, but it is the opportunity which we are not aware. Ignorant about the opportunity is the bad thing. ऐसा नहीं है कि you have only one opportunity. We'll have n number of opportunities. For example, now at this point of time, if somebody wants to get into careers in biology, right? You are an MSc student. You wanted to apply for a job. You'll have to start searching because everything is online, everything is digitalized. It's very easy. Start applying with your certificate. Start standing, think out of the box. When you have good thinking out of the box, somebody said about ideologies. Yes. So you show them. When you get into the interview, you tell them that I am able to face any challenges. That's what people want. Are you able to face challenges? Are you a good team worker? Are you good in communication? This is what general criteria which people look into any careers. And apart from that, your percentage is not at all important. What is important is the skill that you develop. For example, you are again, into a B Farm and M Farm, or you're into an MSc or PhD students, and you say that, okay, I'm so and so. I've got now. I get into an interview. I say I'm so and so. I've completed my MSc and I've scored 85% in MSc. Okay, good. So what are the other skills that you have? That's what the interviewer asked. The other skills which I have, you will say probably like, I'm good at, suppose I say I don't have any other skills. Have you? Okay, good. So have you attended any conferences? No. Have you attended any trainings? No. Have you attended any webinars? No. Have you attended any skill development programs? Are you into like any e-certification programs or any courses? No. Definitely you'll be out. Though you have 85% score, though you are good in knowledge, you will not be considered. Okay. On the other hand, you have attended a lot of conferences, you've got experience in attending conferences, attending webinars, you've got good certificates, and at the same time, not only just adding certificates to your career, but you have a good knowledge into this field, and you've attended different courses, you've got different certificates, you've attended different skill development programs, you've attended different training programs. Like for example, any technique, like you're good in flow cytometry, you're good in PCR, you're good in Western blotting, or you're good in drug development program. You can simply say I'm good in cell culture. More than enough. You say that I've been developing myself into, you can give me any cell lines, I'll be able to culture. I'm so good in cell culture. And I can maintain cell culture of different batches. You can definitely get into the job. Who said careers in biology is difficult? Careers in biology is the best thing. You have wide opportunities in front of you. The problem is our mind. We see only narrow things. We don't be focused. How many of you have really utilized your lockdown beneficially? Can somebody say like, yeah, I've learned this in lockdown, I've learned that in lockdown. What is the skills that you have tried to improve in the lockdown? What is that? Tell me any one skill which you have developed or acquired in this lockdown period. Can I have answers? I have completed a course. Good. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Related to your career, what is the skill that you have developed related to your career? Please give me answers that during this point of time, during this lockdown, I have developed this particular skill during the period of lockdown. It could be a reading. I have attended webinars related to, yes. Molecular docking and stimulations, yes. Paper writing, very good. Self-preparation for CSIR NET, which is what I'm going to talk about. It's something very interesting, yes. Okay, Python programming, learning Python, okay. Online courses, many webinars. Okay, so attending everything and getting into it is important, and sticking to it and developing. The most, you see, I started courses, attending webinars, LinkedIn learning, molecular docking. Okay, very good. What is the take-home message from all this? You're exploring yourself. Good. What is the learning coding? Okay. What different courses? Yes. What is the take-home message? CSIR NET Life Science preparations, very good. This is the time for you to prepare for any competitive programs. My question over here is, what is the take-home message that you have taken. Attended many webinars. Take home message. What is the take home message from all that what you have learned? Have you analyzed yourself or developed interest towards observing things? Okay. Have you analyzed whatever you have done into the lockdown period? Have you tried to convert that particular opportunity into your career development? If you have done, yes, you are in the right path. If you have not done, just adding certificates to you, yes, great. Just adding certificates to you, yes, digitally strong. Yes, we've all become digitally strong. Because even I used to have, like, since many years, I used to have only my board and chalk method of teaching. Or I, PPT in the class. But now we are able to, meet each other, converse with each other digitally. Yes. All I would like to request you all is, whatever you have learned, convert the learning into opportunity and convert that particular opportunity to achieve in your career. Every step that you do the right thing at the right time, and everything that you do, try to take that and convert it into your career. That is your final goal, because everyone, they don't have a goal. They don't have a vision. Without a goal, without a vision, you keep adding certificates into life. No. But once you get one certificate, what has that particular webinar done to you? What is that particular course has done to you? Yes, it is audible. What is that webinar done to you? What is that course done to you? This is going to be your take home message. When you do something the same day, suppose for example today I would definitely at the end of the webinar ask you what this webinar had given you, what take home message that you have taken from the webinar. Write it down, because our minds are not stable. We tend to forget everything. That's the biggest disadvantage of our brain. Jitna bhi we can store in our brain, that much we tend to forget. So keep writing. Develop the habit of writing. Do not write diaries. Aaj main itne baje uthi, I did this, I did that, and I ate this, I spent time with my friends, I went out for shopping. No. Write biology. Write sciences in your diaries. Start writing science. Start writing biology. Start writing at the end of the day for your career in biology. For your career in biology, what is that I have learned today? First thing, ask questions. What is that I've learned today for my career progress? What is that I've done today? Yes, right? How I have taken my career development every day, every week, every month. This is something very important that you need to understand. This is something very important that you need to note down. After one, I do it. I have bunches of books and diaries in my bookshelf where I write. Learn and use that learning for your goal and help for other human beings. Great. Yes. So write it, review it after 1 month and see where you stand. If you're not satisfied, do not lose hope. Thank you so much. Kushbu, if you do not successful, suppose even I have done it many times, I write everything, but I don't follow. Honestly speaking, whatever we write, we don't follow 100%. I have a goal, when I was in my PhD, I would like to share this event with you. When I was in my PhD, I changed topics thrice. Now nobody would even believe, because I have completed my PhD exactly in 3 years, and tons of thanks to my guide, Dr. Sudarshanam from Loyola College from University of Madras. He gave me all the liberty. He said, you are capable of doing whatever you wanted to do, and go ahead with your topic. And with stipend, I've been joining into a Lifeline hospitals. Since my master is over, I'm so thankful to my parents and the Lifeline owner who had given me job. I was just completing my master's thesis. And when I completed my master's thesis, I started applying for jobs. When my parents never stopped me from attending any conferences. I have attended so many conferences. At that point of time, there's no webinars, honestly. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend any webinars because in 2008, there were only conferences and seminars. There's no webinars. So I've been attending every conferences. I've been presenting papers and posters since my end of BSc. At my third year of BSc, I gained 2 prizes. At my MSc, I started presenting posters and papers. I win some, I lose some, but still I participate. Because participation is very, very important. So please ensure that you participate in every, thank you, Dr. Suresh, participate in every conference, every webinar, everything. Present your study, present a poster, present a paper. You won't believe that thing is going to give you a lot of career guidance in your future. Another very important thing is, whenever you are participating in any conferences, try to interact with a scientist. Try to interact with any industry people, biotech companies whom you come across. Because when you're interacting with people, biotech companies and industries whom you come across, you won't know who will be of use. Networking in your field is very important. That is going to give you opportunity. Tomorrow, when you wanted a job, when somebody, unknown person is applying for a job, and when you quote in your mail, "Ki, dear madam, dear sir, I'm so-and-so, and you remember I have participated in this particular conference. I attended this conference and I listened to your, I listened to your talk. It was wonderful. I developed this skill. I gained this skill after I interacted with you. And today, I am applying for this position after developing this." Definitely, you are going to get that particular job. Okay, now we are into P, opportunity, O for opportunity, P for positivity, and Q for quest. Quest for knowledge, quest, you have to have that quest in everything to achieve success in your career. Yes, and when it comes to A to Z of life, when it comes to R, very important thing which I would like to tell is, maybe you will laugh at it, but rest. Working all day long, working all the time is not everything. You need to have a pause. Rest sometime, sit back and see what went right, what went wrong. Suppose you have applied for 10 jobs and still you have not able to get into a single job. Sit back, think ups and downs, positives and negatives, and then go ahead. Don't just like drive. When you're driving a vehicle, even for driving a vehicle, you need to have maintenance, right? So that is for life as well. When you're running for your career, have a pause. Please rest. Yes? And then S stands for success. Definitely when you follow all this, you have to have a successful vision, successful path, take yourself into a successful life, right? And you also should have a thrive in whatever you do. That is very, very, very again important. When you are having a thrive in whatever you do, definitely we are going to achieve that particular target. Yes? That is very, very, very important. And you, I'm going to say something very unique for you, because every one of us will have many untold stories. All your sorrows are inside. All is seen for outside people is only success. So set back all your untold stories. Think positive from it. Do not think about any of this. Untold stories are untold. Leave it. Lock it out. And start working for the future. Start giving for the target. Then you will be victorious. V for victorious. And very important caution to you all is be watchful. W, be watchful. Why should you be watchful? Because when jitne baar you try to come up in life, people will pull you down. It's like life is like a snake and ladder. Your career in biology is also like a snake and ladder. There'll be n number of politics. There'll be n number of issues. So you know, however we climb, we then come down. So be watchful of what is happening in your surrounding. And when we do that, Y stands for you. Try to understand the you in you, which means we need to know what is our skill. We need to know, if you do not understand, where should you apply for job? What is my skill? What is my thing? Where I should get in, apply for job? Unless and until you don't analyze yourself, though opportunities in front of you, you will not be able to apply. Or you will be applying a wrong job just for money. Do not do that. Do not work for profession. Do not work for just earning. Try to get into the job which gives you satisfaction. Try to get into the job which gives you full of colorful life into it. So career in biology, suppose you are getting into a biotech firm today, you're not happy with it. Start applying for dusri job the next moment. And definitely you will achieve success in which field you are into. And with this, once you analyze what you are, then excel in life. Yes, you will excel in life and you would see your zeal and zest. And that is all about A to Z of life, or A to Z mantra in life. So we have completed A to Z of mantra. Quickly, I would like to give you the do's and don'ts in career. I think when we've been discussing about do's and don'ts in career, we've also discussed through A to Z of life, we have discussed the do's and don'ts in career, right? So now, next 5 minutes, we're going to brief what is this. Yes? So when you are into an MBBS, you would know that I am now into an MBBS. Either you can do MD or MS, you can do DNB, you can do DGO, and you can get into all fields or all professional things. Yes? Okay. Now, if you are into a BDS, then either you can do an MDS, or once you are doing a BDS, you're not happy about what you are. You know, you've decided like, I'm not into dentist because I don't get MBBS. That is why I have got into the field of BDS, but I don't want to be a dentist. You can always change your career. Change your career from being a dentist, do MSc, change your career, do a MSc master program in any field, and whatever field you feel like getting into it, do a master's program and get into that field. Just because you are into BDS, that doesn't mean you will have to stick to only being a dentist. Or you can also do a lot of postgraduate diploma program. For example, one of my own friend who has completed the BDS and who's been into clinical research, and he did his postgraduate diploma in Harvard. Both husband and wife are now into clinical research, and both husband and wife are into doing a lot of clinical research activities or assisting different scientists for their drafting the manuscript into clinical research field. So this is very important. That is how you can divert your life from BDS to this. Okay, now BAMS, BHMS, BUMS. We all know what is BAMS because after 12, these three are very important if you're not into MBBS or BDS. So Ayurveda, homeopathy, and Unani. All these fields have a lot of opportunity, career opportunity, which people are not aware about it. If you are into your 12th standard, if you are into a BAMS, either after BAMS, BHMS, or either after BUMS, Unani, you can do your MD in Ayurvedic, MD in homeopathy, or MD in Unani. Or you can get into MSc. Suppose again, okay, you've got a doctorate degree, but you don't want to get into this field. Then you can definitely be a Master of Science. Do any specializations related to Master of Science and get into the field of what you need. Then other options are after doing BAMS or BHMS, you can of course have your own clinic. You can of course be you can practice yourself, but later you can get into PG diploma. You can do your postgraduate diploma programs also, right? This is what the career prospects that you have in BAMS, BHMS, and BUMS. Now everything is available online. Nobody are there to guide you. Nobody are going to change you. You on your own are the real cause of your change or your career. So start browsing where you stand in this part of your career. From that part, start browsing what are the different opportunities. When you get into when you see hundreds of opportunities in front of you, you will definitely succeed with one which is very challenging, interesting, and which is going to give you a good salary as well. So that is very important for us. And you are into a B Farm, no problem. After B Farm, you have again a lot of opportunities. Either after B Farm, you do an M Farm, or you get into your MSc. And either you wanted to do a PhD, you do a PhD. If you don't want to do a PhD, you will not do PhD. But still, we all know what is happening in pharmaceutical industries. How many job opportunities have opened in pharmaceutical industries? Yes, so this is very important. Yes, I think, am I audible now? So after you do a B Farm, either you get into M Farm or into MSc. Okay, now Sanjay, you are into a BPT or BOT. What is BPT? Bachelor's in Physiotherapy. Many people after 12th standard are afraid. I once again insist, MBBS is not everything. Physiotherapy, how many of us in our own family been for physiotherapy? I myself have been into, for treatment for physiotherapy. Physiotherapy is also a good field. Bachelor's in Physiotherapy is a good field, and once you complete your physiotherapy in bachelor's, you can either get into MPT, which is Master's in Physiotherapy, or you can do an MSc, Master of Science, or you can do MD, Health Management, Healthcare System. You do an MBA. If you wanted to get into a physiotherapy, being a doctor, as well as get into the administration, then you can also have an option of doing a BPT and MBA. Doing a BPT, MPT, and MBA. So you have to explore whatever career you have chosen. Do not repent for it. That is what I'm trying to say. If you are into BPT, do not feel like, I don't want to be a physiotherapist, but I joined into bachelor's just because I didn't get MBBS, I came into physiotherapy. And later you feel like, I'm not interested in this. So don't do that. Because whatever you have got into it, develop the interest into that field. Otherwise, you can change your career after BSc. You can change your career any time. Okay. Now, if you are into BSc, I would just like to add a note about occupational therapy. Occupational therapy is something very service-oriented. Unless and until you have that humanity, you have service-oriented interest. Do not get into occupational therapy because it's all to do with the physical, mental, and psychological well-being of children, well-being of aged people, and so on and so forth. And occupational therapy has a huge demand in today's life because everybody falls sick very often. So occupational therapy is also a good field. You can get into occupational therapy. Then coming to your BSc, I would just like to add a note on BSc because when I was in my 12th standard, I scored just 93.5, but that time we don't have any needs. We just had even management quota, and I couldn't get into being into OC. And though I scored 93.5 in my 12th standard, I couldn't get into a BSc because my father was not able to afford so much. But I did not lose hope, neither he. You know, he was very supportive, and finally I got into BSc. At that point of time, I was not actually convinced to get into BSc, but once I got into BSc, then honestly speaking, my life totally changed because I was into BSc chemistry, which I do not wanted. And then I was waiting for BSc biochemistry in merit quota, and I was into 10-15 days doing a BSc chemistry, which I was totally, did not like at all, but I started learning chemistry. Luckily, within 15 days, I got into BSc biochemistry. Then I did my MSc, then my PhD in medical biotechnology. I did my PhD in stem cell biology, in reproductive biology. I finally completed my PhD in working in endometrium and fallopian tube. Once I completed my PhD, at every step, there were people around me who helped me. That is more important. As an individual, nobody can attain anything. You need to seek opportunities. Like when I was in my BSc, I went and explored. I told them the interest which I have in life sciences, not in chemistry or physics. Then that is how, seeing my caliber, I would be able to get into that field. Once I completed my BSc, I wanted to get into MSc in Loyola College only because Loyola College in Chennai is like very reputed. And I struggled with my marks, I struggled to get into this course. And again, people were able to explore, understand my talent, and I was able to explore the opportunities. And the moment I completed my MSc, even before I completed my MSc, I was able to apply to jobs. So this is very important. If you are an MSc student, do not wait till your thesis in your hand. Do not wait till you complete your degree, or do not wait for your final semester score. Within 6 months of your MSc last, do 2 things. All MSc students, please kindly listen. If you are into your MSc, before you complete your MSc, before you get your degree in your last semester, from the beginning of your last semester, start taking up life science CSER NET exam. It's not only that if you're clearing JRF, whether you're interested, this is something very important thing, whether you clear your JRF, whether you're interested in research or not. CSER NET is also going to help you in job. So I also say, I think I'm here to talk also about what IABM holds on. I would like to mention over here, Indus Academy of Biology and Medicine is exclusively started. I left the current job and I'm into IABM only because I'm so passionate into academics. I wanted to serve the students. So from 1st of October, IABM is going to come out with multiple courses with support of FABA. So we are affiliated to Federal Association of Asian Biotech Association, and FABA is going to support us with all the courses that we are into. So thankful to FABA for this particular collaboration that they come out with. And we are going to start CSER NET Life Science crash courses from 1st of October. And we are going to, IABM is going to start a lot of micro mastery courses. And these micro mastery courses are just ₹600. What we mean is here, you get into any job, but your basics should be strong. Basics of cell biology, cancer biology, basics of molecular biology, basics of genetics, all should be really strong. So to develop the basic knowledge in every subject, we are starting a 1-month micro mastery courses. And this micro mastery courses, you can choose which course you want to do in 1 month with just 600. And we would ensure at the end of the course, you would excel in that subject. For example, you choose a micro mastery course in stem cell biology. You're going to be clear with the basics of stem cells. If you choose micro mastery courses in cancer biology, you're going to be clear with the basics of cancer. So this is very important that you need to understand. Yes. So please do contact me at 8788382033. And when you are, this is for MSc students. So do not lose hope. When you are into MSc student, within 6 months of time, start applying for all jobs. You have biotech industries, you have pharmaceutical industries, you have academics. To mention a few things, one of my own students, she's working with Kolhapur Cancer Center she's completed her MSc and she's into clinical research officer in Kolhapur Cancer Center. And one of my other students, she wants to be a teacher. I'm so proud that being an MSc, she is now a NEET biology tutor. She is now a NEET biology tutor. She's working for a junior college and she's so happy with her profession. And now there are many students who are into it. Yes, for BSc students, if you are a BSc student and into different stream. To choose the BSc career, there are three things. Either you are into a conventional course. Conventional course means botany, zoology, biology, physiology. All these are like, ages old courses, which are very conventional set program. Yeah, I'll repeat my number, wait. Yes. And there is also something, pharmacy, I'll elaborate. There's also something called applied biology courses in BSc, right? So when you talk about applied biology courses in BSc, such as biotechnology, biochemistry, BSc in specialized courses or applied courses, BSc microbiology, BSc biotechnology, BSc genetics, BSc biochemistry, so many applied courses are there. And there is a third branch of BSc course, that's what I've shown here. BSc has three different things. One is conventional courses, applied courses, and unique courses. Conventional courses is like botany, zoology, physiology. Applied courses is like BSc biotechnology, microbiology, BSc genetics, BSc biochemistry, and so on and so forth. Unique courses in BSc, which is like very specific. BSc in forensic science, BSc in genetic engineering. So these are something very, very unique courses where they have a narrowed focus and narrowed vision, but you will definitely achieve success. Now, how do you have to choose which course you need to be in? Either could you create a Telegram group that would help many students? Yes, Dr. Nidhi might maybe create a Telegram group. Okay, I would like to mention you all in this. IABM already have a Telegram group. I request all of you to join the Telegram group of IABM Online Bio. This is the Telegram group of IABM. We've also conducted recently the quiz competition in association with FABA, and we have 5 different Telegram groups for quiz. But IABM channel, IABM Online Bio. Yes, thank you, Dr. Nidhi. IABM Online Bio without space is the Telegram channel, and the YouTube channel which I've recently started, and I'll be posting more of the videos, which is IABM space Online Bio. Thank you, Dr. Nidhi. IABM Online Bio is the Telegram channel. The CSIR NET classes are going to start from 1st of October. And I would like to again mention all the courses which we conduct through IABM are affiliated to FABA, and I'm grateful and thankful to all the members of FABA, and a special thanks to Dr. Nidhi for being totally in collaboration and coordination in every point of time. We've been having discussions even at late night, 11:30 also, because this teamwork is what is driving us ahead, and the students like you are motivating us to do a lot of courses. So all of you, once again, my contact number 8788382033. Please do WhatsApp or Telegram and do not call me because I get so many calls. So I request all of you to please WhatsApp or Telegram me at 8788382033. And I also request all of you, thank you, Dr. Nidhi, once again. I also request all of you to contact or join the Telegram page IABM Online Bio and follow us on Instagram. Again, the Instagram page is IABM Online Bio. Everything is IABM Online Bio except for the YouTube channel, which is IABM space Online Bio for the YouTube channel, or you can just go to YouTube and put Indus Academy of Biology and Medicine. All courses are going to start from 1st of October. For the BSc students now, how do you choose your MSc? A very important thing is, somebody asked me to mention about BSc students, somebody asked me to mention about pharma. Pharmacy, trust me, earlier people feel if they are into B.Pharm, they are lost. Now all pharmaceutical companies are looking for candidates. Either if the beauty of it is, the pharmaceutical companies not only take only if you are into a B.Pharm or M.Pharm, but pharmaceutical companies also take students of MSc. Again, some of my students have already gone into pharmaceutical industries for COVID testing after completion of MSc. So if you have a skill and if you have the right platform, if you have the right knowledge, just after completing your MSc, you will be getting into a good job. It is very, very important. And additional skills. For example, if when I was doing my MSc, I also got into PG diploma in bioinformatics. And I did that because I know that, computational tools are going to play a very important role. So this is how you can develop your skill. If you are into an MSc, as I told you, like you can either join the skill development programs that FABA is organizing, or you can join our micro mastery courses. We are just into only developing the students, grooming the students, and as Dr. Nidhi initially suggested, bridge between industry and academy, and we are going to definitely give you all career guidance and job opportunities, and you can join all courses of IABM with a very affordable price. CSIR Net Life Sciences crash courses, we are starting from 1st October, just rupees 6,500, and that is including the weekly mock test, and we would be covering all important units within this crash course. So please, those who are interested, either you can contact me or you can contact Dr. Nidhi in our WhatsApp or Telegram pages. For MSc Botany students, somebody suggested you have a wide field, because see, when you're into a plant biology, for example, we have a Shivaji University over here, and Shivaji University has a group called MSc Botany. And they put students into different agricultural firms, either a research laboratories, yes, either into a research laboratories or into a academics, or you can get into fields of botanical gardens. Like there are even biodiversity. Botany students can get into biodiversity. There are a lot of opportunities into biodiversities. So you can get into biodiversity jobs. You can get into botanical jobs in relation to who are doing a botanical research laboratories who are working in botany. Plant medicine, or you can start exploring medicinal potentials of those, Ayush. We all know what is Ayush. Ayush scheme is very important. Ayush scheme is helping a lot of Ayurvedic, a lot of plant related things. And MSc Bioinformatics have a huge, opportunities. Right now, drug development, see, for MSc Bioinformatics students, we are into drug development program, right? So when we are into drug development program, what is the first thing that we did is we used bioinformatics tool. For example, we were not trying to find some new drug to a COVID-19. We've been trying to find drugs, repurposing of drug. What do you mean by repurposing of drug? The drugs which were already used for many antiviral cases, drugs which were already used for many antimicrobial or antiviral properties. All these were into the market. Yes, please tell job I should have MSc Biochemistry. See, any MSc stream, I'll tell you general, because any MSc stream, BSc Biotechnology, what are the further best courses? BSc Biotechnology students, please get into either MSc Biotechnology or get into MSc Medical Biotechnology or get into MSc Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine. I've been the faculty of MSc Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine since many years. You have great opportunities in recombinant DNA technologies. You have great opportunities in molecular diagnostics. You have great opportunities in pharmaceutical industry. Stem cell banking, everyone needs, sales representatives. From the QC, technical person, to sales representative, to be bridged with gynecologist, collection of sample, processing of umbilical cord, because you all know in stem cell banking, what people do is you collect the umbilical cord, you collect the Barton's jelly, which is the stem cell present in the umbilical cord tissue. So the beauty of this is when you get into a stem cell banking, your salary are huge. If you have the skill, all you need to do is develop the skill of cell culture. And you have to know the isolations of umbilical cord, processing it, cryopreservation, and storing it. And forensic science is, yes, very interesting field. DNA fingerprinting and forensic science are developing a lot, and that's something really interesting field. Like that is what I've been telling to you. There are some unique courses, unique opportunities, like for example, recombinant DNA technology. How many of us were like, in earlier days dying out of diabetes? There's no solution because there's rejection. After the organ transplantation, there's a lot of rejection, right? Then came the recombinant insulin. Forget about recombinant insulin. What are the other things like recombinant thrombokinase, streptokinase, clotting factors? There's a lot of recombinant proteins which have come into the market to treat. So molecular diagnostics or recombinant DNA technology plays a very important role if you are into any MSc. You be a MSc Biotechnology, you be a MSc Genetics, you be a MSc Biochemistry. If you develop interest in molecular diagnostics, or if you develop interest in BSc Biotechnology, please either take MSc Biotechnology or MSc Medical Biotechnology or MSc in Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine or MSc in Molecular Diagnostics and Therapeutics, because these are going to give you a great life. And MSc Genetics, other than lectureship, you have wonderful MSc Genetics students. Please make a note. Fish technology. Fish technology is something where people seek, there are hardly any people who know karyotyping. And we all know amniocentesis, karyotyping, fluorescent in situ hybridizations, all these are very advanced techniques which are being performed in every genetic laboratories. And every woman who is conceived have to do an amniocentesis, So genetics have to be in association with radiologists to all these tests. So all genetic, how are you going to identify genetic disorders? How are you going to guess all the genetic diseases? So genetics, when you're into genetics, do not only get into lectureship. If you're not interested to be a lecturer, see lectureship, assistant professor, associate professor, moving to professor, getting into being a head of the department or getting into academics is always the opportunity in all careers of biology. But apart from lectureship, you have industries. And I would like to mention a note about hospital. What is the mistake that we do is many of the people who are into careers of BSc or MSc of any streams, forget whatever stream you are, either you are a biotechnologist or you are a zoologist or you are a genetics or you are into microbiology, you should apply jobs to hospitals also. Pathology, you know, once you develop any skill, you would get into pathology. You can get into medical lab technology. There are courses, BSc MLT and MSc MLT. So these people have more opportunities, but you have clinical research. You have, after BSc microbiology and after MSc, you can get into microbial laboratories. There are a lot of bacterial, fungal testing which is happening, right? N number of drug developments, antibacterial, N number of drug developments are being, N number of drug developments are being offered for students. So you get into any microbiology lab, any bacteriology. See, for microbiology, very simple thing, blood test and urine test. They need a microbiology person. So, you know, but people think, it's like something very, narrowed down. So all microbiology related labs, if you wanted to get into a government jobs, like, CDRI, ICMR laboratories, CSR laboratories, CCMB in Hyderabad, because Faba is from, Hyderabad. I'm sure that Faba would help you with wide industrial opportunities. So it's like about research laboratories, hospitals, industries. I'll repeat, apart from academics, let me just, summarize everything that is put on over here. Being it into any career, I'm just going to erase this. I'll just give you a few seconds to just take a screenshot of this. We have into A to Z of mantra, do's and don'ts of the career is done. Courses in biology is done. Careers in biology is what we've been discussing. Now I'm going to discuss, finally, before we quit, I'll discuss about SWOT analysis and what IABM holds. In last few minutes, we will wind up this, but I would just like to erase this and I would like to write something on it. I request all of you to just take a quick snapshot. Yes, so let me erase this and finally come out with something very interesting, or I can still hold it on and I can say and you can make a note. Just look into this. Vitamin H is what we discussed. Quick last 5-10 minutes. IABM website, we don't have a website, but we have our YouTube channel, IABM space online bio. I'll just write it over here. I hope you are clear. See, this is what I'm trying to say. When you have huge opportunities, do not brood over what is not in your hand. Every single person, I request all of you to contact us by either the email ID or through WhatsApp or Telegram. Either me or Dr. Nidhi from Faba would be really happy to put you on a right course and give you a right career guidance in the near future. So IABM online bio. This is our Telegram group, IABM online bio. This is our Telegram group. Not able to listen what I'm explaining. I'm just saying that this is, since it's a webinar which is only for few, 1.5 hours, we've been able to stick to it. But then all you students can contact us later to join the right course, join the right skill development program and join the right place, and we would, IABM in collaboration with Faba would definitely help you to reach your career goals at your end. So this is IABM online bio. IABM online bio is our Telegram page. I request all of you to please join into this particular Telegram group. IABM online bio is our Telegram group, and IABM online bio is also our Instagram. So Insta and Telegram, it is IABM online bio. I also request you all to subscribe to the YouTube channel IABM space online bio. I request you all to subscribe to the YouTube channel IABM space online bias, you would find only a very little videos as of now, because it is just initiated and we are going to come out with wonderful thing. I would like to mention that IABM conducted a quiz program. IABM conducted a quiz program and amazing responses we got. Very amazing responses we got. We've got more than 1,900 registrations for different categories. The quiz competition was conducted from category 1, 11, 12 students, category 2, BSc, category 3, PG and PhD students, category 4 for MBBS and BDS students, and category 5, we conducted this for faculty members also. So the beauty of this quiz competition is not only that this quiz competition was like e-certificate would be provided, but we selected top awardees also. When you get into this YouTube channel, IABM space online bio, you could get all the details of the completed quiz. Students in any biology stream, in any industry, based on the lab skills. Yes, skill development, basic knowledge. I would like to add two things here. Skill development and basic knowledge is very important. Yes, 8788382033 is my number. 8788382033. Either WhatsApp or Telegram. Do not please call me. And also I'll give you my email ID for you to contact, iabmonlinebio@gmail.com. It's as simple as that. IABM online bio is the tag for everything except for YouTube, which is space online bio. Now I would like to mention two things for all people of all career. Either you are a BSc. Now the take home message is, when you are into BSc, before you choose your MSc courses, please ensure what is your interest. Yes, you can still see the questions of quiz in one of the videos in YouTube. In the description box, I have given the links where the participants can still take up the quiz. And once you finish your quiz, you can know your score. You will know the right answers as well. You have 5 Google forms. And when you please get into the Telegram groups, you will find the links for that particular quiz. And the quiz is open throughout the day and throughout the lifetime. Anybody who gets into that particular video, you still have the opportunity to take up the quiz and know what you are. Yes, so the link is available in one of the YouTube video. Please get into IABM space online bio. In that YouTube video, you will be having this particular quiz link, and this is exclusively open to all. We have not stopped the responses because to give you opportunity to understand. I always this is my favorite dialogue. Know what you know on biology. This is always really my favorite dialogue. Know what you know on biology. So that is what we are all for. Jitna bhi padho, you keep reading whole day, it's not going to benefit unless and until you assess where you stand. There's no point. I've been reading 18 hours a day, but I don't have anything. Yes, after biotechnology, you can get into forensic. You can apply for forensic laboratories, for which you have to develop the skill of fingerprinting. Because in forensic laboratories, RFLP plays a very important role. So for all MSc biotechnology students, if you wanted to get into forensic science, then please develop 2 skills. One is PCR technique, another one is fingerprinting. Yes, because RFLP and fingerprinting is very important. MSc zoology, you have n number of opportunities. MSc, because BSc botany, MSc botany, BSc and MSc zoology, you can get into any academics as a lecturer. You can get into any research. You get into any government research laboratories. Everyone are working on zoology. Model organisms, if you are a zoologist, you get a huge opportunity, because nowadays, if you look into it, every model organisms are playing an important role in research, starting from xenopests to starfish to hydra to drosophila to everything. Zoologists play a very important role, because the zoologists are appointed to actually get into working on these model organisms. So, zoologists are, all you need to do is, after BSc Biochemistry, if you are really interested still into biochemistry, then I request you to take MSc Biochemistry. But that was not the case with me. I did my BSc Biochemistry, but I hate biochemistry. I was not comfortable, so I entered into BSc Biomedical and then Biomedical Sciences. Then I did my PhD in Medical Biotechnology. I had a diverse career because I was not interested to restrict myself to biochemistry. I got interested in stem cells and cancer. So that is how I diverted. This is what I'm trying to say. It is not that you have stuck to one and you will have to stick to it. Analyze yourself. If you are into BSc Biochemistry, you're not comfortable with biochemistry, skip biochemistry. Get into the field which you are interested, as I did. BSc Microbiology, food. Food sciences, BSc Food Sciences is very important. Nutrition, BSc Nutrition, I've skipped here. BSc Nutrition is very important because starting from a profession of fitness to a hospital, nutritions are playing a very important role. The webinar is ending in 2 minutes. Thank you for your patience. Since I'm already done with the webinar, I'm just answering the questions which are in the box. With botany and after biotechnology, I was getting a chat box. I was just answering all the questions. Yes, you can enter into forensics. There was a question, ma'am, with botany and biotechnology, can we enter into forensics? Yes. And pharmacology, yes. Now you know what is the opportunity in pharmacy. In 2 minutes, I'm ending this webinar to stick to the time. Whoever has any questions, either you WhatsApp me or Telegram me, or please contact me in Gmail ID, or you can contact Dr. Nidhi from Pharma. Yes. So it's not about where you stand, and it's not about where you start. It's about how you end and where you end. So do not worry about the start journey. Please do worry about the end point. It's not about how you start and where you start. You can start at any point of your life. It's all about where you end. Okay, about pharmacology, see, once you are into B.Pharm, I'll tell you one example. In our Departmental Education Society, we have a person who is a pharma background. He's into B.Pharm, he's into M.Pharm. But now he is working in Center for Interdisciplinary Research. After completing M.Pharm, he did his PhD, and then he's into academics. So one big opportunity is you can be into a profession of academics, or you get into pharmaceutical companies. In pharmaceutical companies, you have different divisions. Either you get into the QC, technical part, or you get into drug development program, or you get into clinical trial drug research. So drug development and toxicity is different. Toxicity is like all you need to do is like MTT, SRP. These are assays for pharmacology people who will be learning how to test the drug or in animal model. So drug toxicity ke liye what you need to do is just you have the drug in hand, all you need to add different doses of into the model organisms, or you have to add different doses into your cell line, or you have to add different doses into animal model. And once you add those different doses into animal model, then what you do is you have to check for the toxicity level and report. Drug development is something you will have to work with a bioinformatician and then develop the drugs. From the existing drugs, you have to test in different phases how these drugs would work. So drug toxicity and drug development is something different. So you can get into these two streams. Yes, pharmacovigilance is something very, very, very interesting and unique courses and little risky. So people hardly get into pharmacovigilance, but if you are really interested, please get into pharmacovigilance. It's something very interesting. And also you have opportunity of doing a PhD. One important thing about pharmacist is, if you are completed with your M.Pharm, do not wait till your PhD is done. After M.Pharm, either you can get into administrative job, or you can get into a hospital, or you can get into a medical representative, or you can get into any pharmaceutical companies to do your research, develop your skills. Only one skill all pharmacy people have to develop if you are into a research laboratory is some skills of basic cell line. Have knowledge about basic cell line. Have knowledge about cell line, working with cell line, drug development, drug toxicity, dosages. This is very optimized doses that you work on different cell lines is very, very important. So with this, finally, I come to the end of this particular session. Yes. And apart from our CSIR NET life science courses and micro mastery courses, we also are coming out with the correspondence courses, 2 correspondence courses we are starting with FABA. One is the correspondence courses in stem cell biology, and second is correspondence courses in cancer biology. The beauty of it is any students belonging to any life sciences or FABA can get into this particular course, of life sciences can get into this course. So one is we are coming out with a correspondence course in stem cell biology, and second one we are coming out with a correspondence course in cancer biology. The beauty of these courses is we always are tied up with different hospitals and industries, both from FABA side and IIBM side. We would put you in different hospitals and industries for training. So please, whoever is interested, join this. Another very big thing we are coming out with, a big thing is a 1-year postgraduate diploma in stem cell biology and cancer biology with placements, opportunities, projects, and publications. So whoever is interested to join our postgraduate diploma in stem cell biology and cancer biology, please do contact either me or Dr. Nidhi to join this program, which we would commence. It's a 1-year program. Please contact us. We would share all the details, and all our courses are going to commence from October, postgraduate from Jan, and everything is going to be in association with FABA. So this is what we are into. Thank you so much. It's been a great day for me, and I have definitely learned so many things from you, and you have given me a lot of ATP. I've gained a lot of energy. I hope the same from you all. I'm so sorry, due to restriction of time, we are not able to converse much, but definitely through mails, WhatsApp, and Telegram groups and other courses which we would conduct, we would be able to give you the right career guidance. Because doing right thing at the right time put you success. So please ensure that you do right thing at the right time. And finally, I would like to tell, do a SWOT analysis. This is very important. I request all of you to please do this. This is going to give a big success to the career. Take a paper, take a book, or have a board. Do a 4-quadrant analysis. All your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Any fields. Suppose you are any student. What is the current strength that you have? What are the different strengths that you have? What is your weakness? What are the threats that you have? Threats is, like I said, you have to be watchful. Threat is throughout your ambience. What are the different threats? Whether you yourself is a threat, you're not confident about you, you're losing self-confidence, or any other people who are pulling legs, because you have to be very careful about your ambience. Politics are everywhere. You'll have to be smart to handle those people and politics. So what is your weakness? What is your threat? And once you judge what is your strength, stick to your strength. Work to retain all your strength. Last 1 minute, work to retain all your strength. Work to retain all your strength, and try to convert your weakness and threat. Try to convert your weakness and threat to opportunities. And then once you do this, when you're trying to convert your weakness and threat to opportunities, from opportunities, you will work to achieve success. So this is what I do personally in my life. SWOT analysis. Doing right thing at the right time, and finally doing a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is not constant all the time. Based on you, based on family commitments, based on your ambience, based on your college, institute, industry, based on your own self, SWOT analysis keeps changing. So I end my talk by requesting all of you the final take-home messages. Please do a SWOT analysis, assess your strength, work to retain your strength, understand your weakness and threat, and try to convert your weakness and threat into opportunities, and try to hit every opportunities that you get. Approach 10 opportunities and you will get succeeded in one. So it's not that I'll have to wait for the opportunity to come. No, go in search of opportunities and try to convert that opportunity into your strength. And when we convert the opportunity into strength, and finally, whatever you do, try to do your best. Think out of the box. You feel that you are the best person in your field. Do not be like jack of all trades and master of none, but try to be the master in whatever field you are. And do not compare with others. Everyone are having their own skills. Everyone are having their own intellectuals. Think what you are, where you are, and stand with it. Do not compare and degrade yourself. Every one of us born on earth have our own talents. All you need to have in biology is interest, dedication, sincerity, and determination, and be loyal and just do justice to what you are. With this, I'm signing off. Thank you so much to all of you for patient listening, because a good listener is also equally important like a good reader or a writer. So I hope you all are good listeners, and I wholeheartedly thank FABA for this great day to make my day great. FABA and all the participants together have made this wonderful, and I sincerely thank all the FABA team for this great opportunity, and this is the start. We have many more things to come. So please contact us for further queries or details. All the very best, and at any point of time, please understand, a good mentor will definitely take you to great heights. So you, with whatever mentor you work together, will definitely be successful, and we are working to be a good mentor in all streams of biology students for your career. So all the very best, and happy to address all your queries in mail, WhatsApp, or Telegram. Good luck. I'm done.